Potter here. Welcome to Mosaic Moments Live. I'm going to talk a little bit first about our basic system, just so that those of you who are new here will get a little bit of an idea of what we do. How do we do these pages that you see on our Facebook page? And then I'm going to just kind of go through some example pages of the dies that are available now in October, plus then the big reveal. So the new dies for the month. So let's get started. Welcome again, and Kevin's here with me. Say hello.
Hi, everybody.
And so this is our grid paper. So if you're new here, that's one of the most important things to know is that everything you see on all of our pages is backed by grid. So what is the grid for? Well, the grid makes it easy to keep everything on your page aligned. And we use a die cutting machine like this, and we use dies. And I'm going to just show you real quick what we call our getting started kit. So the getting started kit comes with a basic bundle of dies, and you can see them here. And they cut everything to fit the grid, right? So everything that you do when you cut it with the dies is going to fit on the grid. Now there are layering dies included as well, so that you can layer things. And then our basic getting started kit also happens to come with this kind of bonus die here. It's going to come with a couple of different projects. And these projects are going to have step-by-step video instructions so that you can go through it. It's going to tell you step-by-step how to make your first couple of projects so that you can just get familiar with how to use the grid, how to use the dies. And yeah, that's kind of how we get started. And that's what we recommend if you haven't done anything else with Mosaic Moments before. This is what we recommend to get started. So all of our other dies are great, but these are going to be the things that you use the most. So keep that in mind. If you're new and you're just getting started, look up our getting started kit and yeah, get that first. Okay. Another thing that you might want to know about is our pattern books. We have two different pattern books, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 2 happens to be my favorite. I feel like it has a lot of ideas, and you'll notice the patterns all have these different colors. Those colors coordinate with the dies, the basic bundled dies. So if you see a pattern with yellow, you know that you're going to use that yellow set. Blue, the blue set. So you understand, right? So that basic bundle and these patterns, are going to give you tons of ideas how to use the system and how to make pages that are going to look amazing. So what is available during this month's die drop? I wanted to start with our Gable dies. So Gable, I just love these Gable dies. And the reason why I love them is partially because I just like the architectural feel of it, but also because it has large spaces, and I know that a lot of you take close-up shots and things like that, and you need a large space for your photos. So that is one of the nice things about the Gable dies. And they come with the frame die and then some layering. And this is one of the pages that was made with the Gable dies. And I just want to show you some variations on, things that you can do. So notice this is the same layout, right? But this one uses pattern paper, and this is all photos, right? So you can get very different looks depending on what you choose to use. This is the same dies, but just turned a different way, right? So you get this hourglass feel. And then here we've just used one side of the gable, and it creates this kind of mountain lodge look, right? So that's nice that, you know, you don't have to use it in both directions. You can just use one side of the page. And then this, it's used twice, but to kind of create this sort of arrow look, right? Through here. And then here's another one that's the same as those original pages, but just, you know, with a different kind of color look and pattern paper. So that is our Gable dies. If you haven't got the Gable dies, you will absolutely love them, I am sure of it. They're really easy to use, and they're going to make your pages look amazing. So the next one I want to show you is our Frontier. Okay, so the Frontier, I will just warn you, if you don't have this die, they're almost gone. So, you know, don't put it off. If you're looking to add Frontier to your collection, make sure you get it. Keep in mind that it probably won't be back for a very, very long time once they're gone. So Frontier, what to know about Frontier. So this is Frontier done with 4 dies, 4 cuts on a page, and it's a pinwheel type design. Some of the things you might not notice about this right off is that the lines are done so that they will align around the page. Now, this line here, right, doesn't line with that. It lines down the middle, but you'll notice that the design, it lines up. So it keeps that alignment looking sharp on your page. So this page also uses a lot of different little photos, which I love that about Frontier. And here's a page that just uses 1. So you don't have to use 4, right? You can use 1 or you could use 2. And it's going to just give you a little bit of a highlight on your page if you use 1 like this. And here's a page where just 2 are used. So I just wanted you to be able to see the different variety. And here's another one with 2 used, but in the opposite direction. So that is our Frontier die. And again, almost out of this one. So if you're looking to add that one to your collection, you know, do it soon. Okay, the next one I want to show you is Spyro. So here's Spyro. Spyro comes with these 3 different parts. So you have a 3x3 and a 3x6. They look like this. There's pieces to fill in these parts a little easier. And then there's the Spyro circles to go in the middle. So this is just a really simple page done with 2 of the 3x6 Spyros. And it's, you know, a simple, nice way to frame a focal point. Here is the same thing kind of with using the 3x3s. And I love how she added the journaling in here. It's a fun way to, you know, add a little handwritten journaling. Here's one where she used a 3x6 and 2 3x3s. And again, we're keeping it simple. It's just 1. But then you can get a little bit more. We call this a level 3 die, but we kind of say, okay, but it can be level 3.5, right? Because we're going to start getting into some overlapping when we use 2 or more of the spaces, right? We're creating 2 or more spaces. So you've got this kind of area here that's overlapping. And then you can get into even more overlapping when you use 4 circles and use the Spyro to fill in your entire page. And I'm telling you, this looks so neat. Like, I just love how that layering, it gives it a texture in your page. And here's another one. Now this one, instead of using the grid side of the grid paper, she used a template to draw the lines and then use the back side so that she didn't have to put any paper on. So this is actually takes a little bit less time because she didn't fill in, you know, like all these little spots with extra paper, but it looks really neat. And here's one I just love, like how she's kind of woven that center area there. But anyway, Spyro is something that if you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge, this is going to give you that challenge, and your pages are going to look amazing, of course. Another of our October dies are the dynamic dies. And the dynamic dies, there's two different dies, die sets, I guess you'd say. There's the one with the 4x4, 2x4, and 1x4 in the pieces. And then we added kind of more recently the dynamic 4x6 and 1x4s. And I'll show you some pages that these. So here's your just straight 4x4 and 1x4, right? That's this set. No 2x4 in this one, but it looks really great. It highlights 4 photos. This one shows the 2x4, and it created a panoramic through that center of the page. So again, both of these pages made with just this particular die. And so here is one that mixes up the 4x4 and 2x4. And again, here's another one that mixes that. But I just want to point out that this background photos, it creates this panoramic behind these highlighted photos. So each of these is kind of like a little panoramic in the background. So there's some, you know, level of designing that you can get into here that can make it really fun. Here she's used all of the 4 seasons. So each frame was based on a different season in the year. And then here you have your 4x6, right? And 2x4. So you would need to create this page, you would need both of these sets. So here's the 4x6, the 4x4, and the 2x4. And then here she's also used the 4x6, the 2x4, and the 4x4. So that is dynamic. And then we have our Craftsman. So Craftsman, I love this because it's such a versatile little set, and it can be used different ways, like different colors are going to make it look different. Also different ways that you fill it in will make it look different. And so even though you might use this on multiple pages, people aren't going to look at that and say, oh, isn't that that same die that you used on that other page you just made? Because it's going to look different. And I'll show you some pages so you can see. So here is one page. This one uses the 3x3 and the 1x3s. And you can see how she's filled in with some photos and some just solid cardstock to enhance the design. And then here, and she's used Christmas, like little Christmas pattern paper and like a little stripe, and it gives it an entirely different look, right? So you've got outdoors and Christmas. And then look at this. So this is for a wedding. And I think, you know, sometimes it can be hard to find things that have kind of a more masculine look. So this has that masculine look that you might be looking for. I thought it was perfect for this groomsmen page. And then, of course, you know, you can never go wrong with the outdoors. So this one actually uses multiple of, so this is the Craftsman 2x5, the 1x1, the 3x3, all on the same page, and it looks amazing. So I love how being able to use the same kind of look, but on a 2-page spread, it really pulls the two pages together. So that is our Craftsman dies. And let's see, have I done all, is there just 4? And I did Gable, so 5. All right, well, guess what's next, you guys? All right, so the first one I'm going to show you, this is new, brand new. Are you ready? So this is our Turning Point die set. And the Turning Point dies, my vision for this was kind of strip, like this is, so see how tall this die is. I love that this is going to give you a way to do some pages that have kind of like where you have a photo or a series of photos, right? So I'm going to show you a page like that. And then it just, having these to go with this gives you a lot of other options. So let me show you what I mean. So here is a page that just, it's a pinwheel page, and it uses the 2x3. I love how she chose, notice that little coppery paper there. It's almost kind of like having a square penny on her page, but I love how that little detail just shimmers in there and makes this page look so good. So she's just filled that in. The nice thing about dies like this is that it helps you to bring balance on your page. Like, it just really helps the design to be balanced, just interest-wise, right? So that is one of the things I love about this. So here's another way to use. Now this one is the 2x4, and notice how she's used the same look in each of the dies. It brings this kind of diamond shape to the center, and she's used this same poppy flowers, and it creates this just beautiful design in her page. Now this is fun. So she's doubled it up and created this more like dynamic. Now notice that these are actually photos here, right? And then there's the colored paper. But she was able to use a lot of these little photos that, you know, honestly, the people are so far away and all that stuff that, you know, they wouldn't draw your attention if you used the whole photo, right? If I just slapped a 4x6 of this, it just wouldn't make much of an impression. But by using it in these little detailed areas, it's kind of like, oh, it's fun. Oh, look, here they are. So yeah, fun way to add that. And then this one is probably one of this is kind of like my vision, my original vision, and that was to use this 2x6 and have the ability to create this kind of sequence of events or a series of action shots. And I love how she chose to use the little 2x2 here. Notice how that line continues, right? And it creates this fun design. So that is Turning Point, brand new. Get them while you can.
There's 2 die packages in that one. They can buy them separately, right?
I don't know. Sonia's saying yes. Okay, so yes.
You can just get one or
you can
both.
get one or both. I suggest both because you're going to want both, I promise you. So the next one, are you ready? This is the last one. This is our Can't Stop dies. So Can't Stop has...
And it is sold as a set. Just so
this is sold as a set. We want to make sure that you have all that you need to make your pages look great. It comes with a 4x6, and you'll notice that this size is a larger size, so you can use a larger photo there. And it has these little shapes, so you have those shapes separately so that you don't have to...
The pieces that fit
in those shapes. Yes, the pieces that fit in the shape are here, and then the pieces that fit in these shapes, not this big one, because it was big and it would cost too much money to add that one as well. But these two, you'll be able to do separately like that one. So that is our Can't Stop. So now that I've explained the dies, let me show you the pages. So this was, you know, to me, in my mind, I'm thinking this is going to be perfect for things like road trips, because you have this kind of, you know, octagon. Is it called an octagon?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Nope, it's 6-sided.
No, it's 8.
It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm wrong. It's 8. Okay. So anyway, the stop sign shape. Stop sign shape. So that's why I called it Can't Stop. And, you know, who wants to stop? Like, so the fun thing is you can use, again here, this is just the 4x6 that was used, right? But you can also mix the two. So we have, this one uses the 4x4 and 2x4, right? And then you can also mix. So here is the 4x6, 4x4, the 2x4. So you can mix these up and make your pages in a really fun way. So that is, and actually we're just showing you the obvious way to do it, but you can also turn these in different ways and make other fun designs. So that will be coming soon. You'll be able to see some of that coming down the road. So just a reminder, we have QR codes on the packaging. I just want to remind you of that. You'll be able to point your phone at that, and it will take you.
Put your phone in photo, like you're going to take a photo.
Yes.
And then you point it at that. You don't have to push anything until it comes up, and it should
Yeah,
show
there'll be
you
a little link that pops up on your camera setting, and you'll be able to just tap that link, and it'll take you to the web page that'll show you these examples. Plus, there'll be a video. That video is not there yet, but it's coming. So that's with all of the different dies. So that's with Turning Point as well. Like, you got these QR codes, so please remember to use those.
So how about just sticking the Turning Point dies and the Can't Stop dies up there together, just so that you know people understand these are the brand new dies.
These are the brand new dies. So Turning Point and Can't Stop. Okay.
Can a 4x6 photo? Can a 4x6 photo fit into Can't Stop anywhere?
Okay,
What
so
will cut a
yes,
4x6?
so this was done with the 4x6 photo. It's designed to fit that space, right? So yes.
But it doesn't fit the whole thing, because it's like
No,
any
no,
other
no.
4x6 die. It won't fit in the whole
I'll show
frame,
you.
but it'll fit in that spot, right?
So see, when you cut it, you'll have to be a little careful and make sure you align it. But
it fits the height and
the
it fits
height,
the width.
yeah, the height of it will fit a 4x6 photo in this space, right?
Yeah.
So that's what that was, a 4x6 photo. So yes, and of course the other ones are smaller. So
And the Can't Stop, turn that one over. You got it upside down, and it's hard to. It's making
whoops.
us go crazy.
sorry,
So the Can't Stop 3 die packages, they are sold as a set.
set, yes.
The other two, the Turning Point dies, are sold separately, but you recommend getting them both.
Of course, yes, of course, because it just gives you so much more variety and versatility when you have both, right? So, okay, so don't forget about our Tag It app. If you don't have that yet, you can, for iPhone users, right now it's available. And for those of you who are Android users, we are still working on it. It is getting closer. We hope to have it, maybe in the next month or two.
We're doing free shipping, right, when they order the new
Oh,
dies?
yes.
in
So
the
when
US.
you order either of these new dies, like this one, or that one, you will get free shipping on your order. So anything else that I need to remind them of? Please remember, if you want more than one of a die, to make sure you write, yes, I want more than one in the comments, because if you order two and you don't add that in the comments, it will hold your order back, because they will want to contact you to confirm that you do actually want to before you get it. And I think that's everything. I didn't get to see anybody's comments, so I'm just going to say hello to all of you who have joined us here today, and happy shopping. Are we done?
Yeah.
All right. The shopping's up. It's ready to go. The dies are available, and we hope you have an amazing weekend. Thanks for joining me. Bye.
Bye, everybody. See you next time.